It was a stormy morning without warning, and 2 American schooners were lost to the depths of a vast lake, taking more than 80 sailors with them. These shipwrecks, the largest single loss of life on the Great Lakes during the War of 1812, are among the most well-preserved wooden shipwrecks in the world. Now, nearly 2 centuries later, father and son diver explorers, Mike and Warren Fletcher, embark on the first scientific mission to explore these wrecks since they sank. These 2 wooden shipwrecks, found at the bottom of Lake Ontario in Canada, are incredibly well preserved. Discovered by an amateur archaeologist in 1973, the American vessels Hamilton and Scourge have remained nearly untouched for nearly 200 years. Unlike seawater, the cold fresh water of the Great Lakes has protected these wrecks, making them rare surviving examples of 19th century schooners. The Hamilton and the Scourge were both sunk in the middle of the night by a violent summer storm. Today, these schooners lie upright, with carved wooden decorations still adorning their bows and guns lining their decks, as if ready for action. Located just 113 kilometers from Mike and Warren's home base, these wrecks offer a unique glimpse into history. The Hamilton was 20 meters long, weighed 69 tons, and was armed with 9 guns. The smaller Scourge weighed 41 tons, measured 17 meters, and had 10 guns on its deck. Both vessels were simple merchant schooners pressed into service for the American Navy during the War of 1812. Each vessel had a crew of roughly 40 to 50 men. In 1813, the United States and Britain were in the midst of a 3-year war, which would determine the fate of the vast northern territory that is now Canada. On the night of August 8, 1813, 13th American vessels and 6 British vessels were anchored just 1 kilometer apart on Lake Ontario. It was a warm, windless summer night, when a violent storm struck around 2 a.m. When dawn broke, the Hamilton and the Scourge were at the bottom of the lake, taking over 80 American sailors with them. Despite the magnitude of this disaster, there was no Navy inquest and no official investigation into the sinking or the loss of life. The United States has designated the wrecks as war graves, and they have been protected as a National Historic Site since 1976. The remains of 6 sailors lie on the lakebed near the schooners, while the rest of the crew has never been found and could lie within the wrecks. When Mike and Warren first heard about the Hamilton and the Scourge, they didn't think much about the individuals, but these remains were real people with names and families. The Fletchers aimed to uncover what happened that night and why so many perished. To do this, they need to explore the wrecks, something that's never been done before. The wrecks lie in 90 meters of frigid water, with temperatures averaging just 4 degrees Celsius, which may have preserved clues about what happened that night. The Fletchers have joined forces with a multi-year scientific and archaeological survey to enter this vanished world. By exploring below the deck, they hope to gather information that is otherwise inaccessible. They will search for supplies, barrels of food, shot, and ballast, all the essential items required to operate a naval ship. These clues may help explain the rapid sinking of the schooners. No plans or blueprints exist for the interiors of either schooner. The location of walls and supports may shed light on why they went down so quickly. The expedition may also find the skeletal remains of the missing crew. If the schooners sank suddenly, many may have been trapped below deck, and the positioning of their remains could provide evidence of how and why so many drowned. As war graves, the team must station their expedition boat at a safe distance to avoid damaging the wrecks. Instead of anchors, they use mooring buoys to keep the boat in place. This careful approach ensures that the wrecks remain undisturbed. In 1980, Canada restricted scuba diving on the site, so the team uses remotely operated submersibles, ROVs, to explore the wrecks. These ROVs allow for extended bottom time, essential for thorough investigation. Without plans to guide them, the team will be flying blind. Access points are limited, with the Hamilton having 3 small hatches and the Scourge 4. Each schooner also has a small row of stern windows, making entry a challenge but also potentially explaining why so many sailors were trapped. To better understand the conditions below deck, the Fletchers plan to simulate the disaster. Survival Systems in Halifax, which trains military personnel and emergency responders, will help them replicate the night of the sinking using a $5 million simulator. The Fletchers rely on the only eyewitness report from Ned Myers, a gunner on the Scourge and one of only 8 survivors. His account, told to writer James Fenimore Cooper in 1843, provides crucial details. Myers described how the night was calm, with the sails left up. He slept on deck beside his gun when a flash of lightning woke him. The storm struck suddenly, with lightning, thunder, and wind like a tornado. The water rose quickly, and the schooner capsized. The violent storm that sank the Hamilton and the Scourge was likely a downburst, a localized weather event that occurs during thunderstorms. These downbursts can produce initial wind gusts of up to 150 km/h, striking the sails and capsizing the schooners. The team must navigate the stern windows of the Scourge to explore its interior. Using advanced technology and meticulous planning, they aim to uncover the mystery of why so many sailors perished. In their quest for answers, Mike and Warren also dive on a similar 19th century schooner, the Tiller wreck. This wreck, lying in shallower water, offers clues about the internal structure of the Hamilton and the Scourge. By comparing these wrecks, the team hopes to better understand the challenges faced by the sailors on that fateful night. As the Fletchers dive on the Tiller wreck, they discover that the interior spaces were designed to maximize cargo capacity. This open layout may have contributed to the rapid flooding of the Hamilton and the Scourge, making escape nearly impossible for the trapped sailors. The Hamilton wreck site offers one last chance for answers. As the team explores the wreck, they find evidence of how quickly water could have flooded the schooner, trapping the crew below deck. The lack of bulkheads or partitions meant water could pour in rapidly, leaving little time for escape. In their final moments, the sailors would have faced a terrifying struggle to reach the deck. The Fletcher's simulation and survival systems brings this horror to life, highlighting the immense challenges the sailors faced. As they wrap up their investigation, the Fletchers have gained valuable insights into one of the largest naval disasters on the Great Lakes. Their scientific expedition has entered these historic wrecks for the first time, shedding light on why so many lives were lost. If you've enjoyed this journey into history, please subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from the past. Don't forget to like the video and share it with others who love exploring historical mysteries. Thank you for watching Historical Highway, and we'll see you in our next adventure.